Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for Hello Monday. So you know what I'm going to say officially? Are you ready? Hello Monday. Yeah, that's right. It's a new day. It is a new week. That means that it is a new you. Thank you so much for joining me for Hello Monday with Dr. Angela. Now, you guys know what I like to do here. I am going to share 5 quotes with you that hopefully will inspire you, that will uplift you and keep you fired up and ready to go for the remainder of the work week. Now, many of you used to join me on a different platform. Well, I want to welcome you to this platform. I know that many of you are listening to me on Spotify. You're listening to me on Spreaker. It doesn't matter how you are tuning in. I am glad that you are here. Now, for those of you who may be a little bit new to the show, let me do a little introduction of who I am. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much again for joining me for Hello Monday with Dr. Angela. My name is Dr. Angela Butts-Chester. I am a pastoral counselor as well as a Christian empowerment coach. So what does that mean? A pastoral counselor is an ordained minister that's also a mental health practitioner. We help you deal with what's going on in your life from the Christian perspective. Now, we are different than Christian counselors, than psychologists and psychiatrists, of course. So if you're looking for someone who wants to give you assistance with, let's say, anxiety or with grief counseling, but with that added layer of your faith, of honoring your faith, then a pastoral counselor may be someone that you are looking for. Now, how do I function as a Christian empowerment coach? I help you walk in your faith with day-to-day application. How do we live out our faith? How do we become bold and confident in our faith? I'm not the only person who is walking boldly in their faith. There are many who do, and I teach you how to do it as well. But I'm also a TV host, a radio host. I am this wonderful podcast host of Hello Monday with Dr. Angela as well. So I am pretty much have been purposed in this lifetime to get you fired up about your life, to get you inspired about what it is that you have been purposed to do. Now, on Mondays, we don't talk about faith. This is a very neutral zone, and it is more so geared toward my entrepreneur, that solopreneur, that mompreneur, that aspiring fill in the blank, aspiring author, aspiring entrepreneur, that person who wants to get out and be a difference in their community. Are you building your side hustle? All right, then. Hello Monday is the podcast for you. So I am going to share 5 quotes with you today. They are from various people, from various cultures and time periods. I mean, if there's an amazing quote from 1702, I'm going to share it with you. But if there's also an amazing quote that I heard yesterday, like from 2021, I'm going to share that with you as well. So let's go on and get started. Quote number 1, don't be eye candy, be soul food. Don't be eye candy, be soul food. Our theme this week is Ain't No Stopping Us. Ain't no stopping us. So yes, there is a song that has that in it, and I started to play it, but then I realized that many platforms would just mute it anyway. So, ain't no stopping us. That is our theme, our quote. Don't be eye candy, be soul food. Why did I like this one? Because many times this is especially true, unfortunately, for women, is that those around that are in the position of promoting women will not promote them, unfortunately, many times because they are the eye candy of the office. Now, what is eye candy? Come on now. I think everyone knows what it is. But just in case you're not sure, eye candy is you look good to the majority of folks that are watching, looking, that are around, so they consider you to be the eye candy. So if we were talking about a superstar, so just in case if you're not sure, a superstar, who are the eye candy superstars? I think the general consensus would be people like Jason Momoa, Aquaman, Denzel Washington, Beyonce, what is her name? Megan Good, I believe. At one time, I want to say she was in the, the Transformer movies or Fast and Furious, something like that, right? These are the people who, when you see them, you go, ooh la la. Alrighty, gotcha. So don't be eye candy, be soul food. Now, we realize that a lot of people are making their money off of being the eye candy. Unfortunately, eye candy only lasts but so long, right? So we have to have some substance behind that eye candy. Now, please understand, I am not knocking anybody. I want you to look amazing every time you walk out the door. Now, as a woman who chooses to be dipped in glitter herself, blink, blink, then I agree with making sure that you present your best self at all times. However, my eye candy people out there, please make sure that there is some substance behind that candy. Please do not just be sugar for the eye. I want you to be nourishment for the soul. I want you to also be soul food, which means that you will be a double threat, right? You look good, you sound good, so you have beauty and brains is what we're getting at. So many people have a tendency to just try to be one thing or the other, but I challenge you. I tell you right now that my dear beautiful soul, you can be both eye candy and soul food. Put that on your to-do list today. As you are putting on your smell good cologne or perfume, as you are putting on your ruby red lipstick or that dazzling lip gloss, I also want you to think, what am I going to say today that is going to be that meat, that substance that I can feed to those people that are following me? Don't just be eye candy, but also be soul food. Let's move on to quote number 2. Quote number 2 says, you can't stop someone who knows where they are going. You can't stop someone who knows where they are going. Now, I like this one because you can easily distract someone who is lost. You can easily distract someone who, first of all, has absolutely no heading. They don't know where they're going. They're just moving, right? That person is very easily distracted. That person is very easily set off track. But the person who knows where they're going, the person who has a destination, who has an address, a location, a destination locked in, oh yeah, they know exactly what they are doing. When you have someone who knows that they are going north, south, east, or west, wherever it is, their destination is 123 Youre Street, right? You cannot stop them because they can easily bat away, knock down, shoo, whatever it is that you are trying to do to distract them. So when you tell them, hey, you need to go down 2 blocks and make a right, they can go, what are you talking about, man? I'm supposed to go down 4 blocks and make a left. Right? Because they know where they are going. They know what the destination is. Someone who has no idea where they're going at all, you can tell them, yeah, you should head south. And then when you get to the fork in the road, immediately go due west. What? First of all, they don't even know which way south is. So it is amazing what you can accomplish when you know where you're headed. So you can't stop someone who knows where they're headed. Do you know where you're going today? Do you know what it is that you are supposed to be doing? This is more than just picking up your kids from school. This is more than just going to that cooking class that you're now finally able to get out of your home and attend to. It is more than just those things. This is, do you know where your life is going? Do you know where your career is headed? Is your side hustle always going to be a side hustle, or are you trying to actually build it into your main source of income? Are you trying to build it into being a solopreneur or being an entrepreneur? Right? If you don't know where you're going, you are easily distracted. You are easily put off track. And I don't want you to be, knocked off course. I want for you to know exactly where you're headed and to make sure that that destination stays your true north. I love it. I hope that you have a destination in mind today. Let's go on to quote number 3. Quote number 3. And it reads, "It's never too late to be who you might have been." It's never too late to be who you might have been. Now, I like this one especially because it kind of looks at the who you might have been part. And for so many people, you were told that you should never, you could never, you just shouldn't do or wouldn't be able to, those type of negative phrases were thrown at you. And for some, it was because you are of a particular age. You could never do that. You're already in your 20s. You should have started doing that when you were 10. Right? You think about a lot of gymnasts in the world. Gymnasts start off doing gymnastics when they are single-digit year olds, right? I know that I started doing gymnastics when I was 6, right? And if it's something that really is your passion, is something that you really, really want to do, and you think about the people who are the Simone Biles of the world, she started doing this when she was a little person, when she was in elementary school. So if you are now 20 and you're thinking about doing gymnastics, you're going to hear people say, "Are you serious? You're not trying to, make it to the Olympic trials. You're 20 for heaven's sake." Or perhaps someone has told you that there's no way that you could be a model. Are you kidding? You are 56 years old. You can't be a model. They don't even want, people over 50 on television. Let's think about that, right? Like we don't have moms and aunts and folks that are over 30 in our lives. But you don't see a lot of people over 50 that are genuinely over 50, not playing the part of someone over 50, because they tend to be themselves 30 playing a part of someone over 50. But genuinely, people that are 50 years old playing the part of someone who is either 50 or is older, right? We don't see a lot of that, though these people exist in our lives. So if you say, "I want to be a model," and you're over 50, you're going to get folks who are going to laugh at you. Are you serious? As old as you are? Really? That's what you want to do? Girl, you should be concentrating on trying to retire and get that pension. Don't mess up that pension, right? But yet, we follow a particular person on social media, the accidental icon, and she is over 60, right? And if you don't know her backstory, you should read her backstory. And that's why she's called the accidental icon. But anyway, she is the case in point. She is exhibit A of how people will tell you that you can't do something because you are a particular something, when in fact you can. It is never too late to be who you might have been. There is also a grandmother that was in the movie Black Panther, who had never thought of modeling, had never thought of doing anything like this, being in movies or anything. And she's a grandmother. She is, of a particular age. But she was selected for this part. Why? Because she's perfect, because she is, why? Of a particular age. So never give up your hopes, dreams, aspirations of becoming that person. Sometimes the perfect time to do something is when you are of that particular age, because you now have the wisdom, you have the gained knowledge, you have the gained appreciation for whatever it is that you are trying to do. I heard one time someone made a comment. She said, you know what, when my parents paid for me to go to this particular university, I totally and completely was not involved. Like I didn't have a connection to it. I went to class, I did what I needed to do, and I tried to graduate on time. This person graduated on time, but not because she necessarily wanted to graduate on time. Do you understand what I mean by that? It's not because she was like, oh my goodness, I have to ace this test. I have to get at least a B in this class to make sure that I graduate on time. No, her motivation was her parents were paying the bill, and they would find out what her grades were. And if she, was on academic probation, they would find out, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. She was just still trying to live up to her parents' expectation. Now, when she went to get her master's degree, however, she was paying for that. And she said, Dr. Angela, my mood totally and completely changed about college. Because now I'm paying for it. So it was, I have to do my homework. Are you kidding? Leave me alone. I have to do my homework. Are you kidding? I have class tonight. I can't do that. I have class tonight, right? Everything shifted because she was footing the bill. She had a better appreciation of what it meant to attend college and university. So let me tell you, many times becoming that person when you are of a particular age, that is exactly what you needed to do. You are now going to be the best baker because you have now made those cookies, that pie, that cobbler, that GMO-free entree, dessert, whatever it is, drink a gabillion times, right? And now you are exactly where you need to be. So please, appreciate this quote. I love it. It's never too late to be who you might have been. Make it happen. Make it happen. You can do it. Let's go on to quote number 4. Quote number 4 says, deal with the faults of others as gently as your own. Deal with the faults of others as gently as your own. It is amazing what people will do, and especially on social media, because we feel that there are no consequence, no repercussion to the things that we say or how we respond to other people, right? People can be outright mean, evil, and nasty on social media. They say things in a way that they would never say it if they were face to face with that individual, right? I can feel the majority of you are kind of nodding your head. There are people that will get out of their bad box and just say stuff, and you go, wow, I know they wouldn't say that to that person if they were standing right there. But I digress. So if we know that we ourselves will want someone to be kind and gentle with us, that we would not want to be verbally assaulted, that we would not want to be beat up with words, right? We would want someone to go, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that they said that to you. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Right? That's what we want other people to do to us. But we don't do that to other people. Now, I personally do. I'm not that person. I try not to, confront people from a place of anger, from a place of resentment, of malice, or any of those words that we would put in the negative category, right? Because I try to understand, what is that person going through? What is that person thinking? Why did they do what they did? And many times in slowing down and trying to understand the person from their perspective, it gives you the insights that you would normally be missing. So when someone comes at you and they are slinging mud, and let me tell you, internet folks, you guys are good at slinging mud. Let's try instead to sling love. If we shift the paradigm and we say, let me give to that person what I wish to receive, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. All of a sudden, we have totally forgotten about that as a society. We've forgotten about the niceties in the culture. But if we did that, we could calm down some of the drama that is unnecessarily happening in the lives of so many of you. If we could step back and say, you know what, if I took a calm response to this, perhaps I could also get a calm response from everyone else. But when you are losing it, everyone else is going to lose it too, by and large. There's always going to be that calm person. There's always going to be that person who can come in, has the dominant personality, and can soothe the anxiety of the room, who can quiet the storm, if you will, right? There's always that one person, and thank God for them. If you are that person, by all means, continue to use your superpower and calm the room. If you are not that person, please, by all means, learn to step back just 1 or 2 steps and realize that you are the person who needs to leave the room, that needs to count to 10, that needs to woosah, right? We have to know who we are as people. And we have to know that if we are the person who's throwing fuel on the fire, when it is already a 2-alarm blaze, please, by all means, let's not escalate it to 3 alarms. Let's learn to do different things at this half of the year so that when the new year starts, hey, we are already starting a new year with our new personality traits, with our new, calmer, more balanced selves. So, let's look at that quote again. Deal with the faults of others as gently as your own. We do not beat ourselves up the way that we beat up other people. Now, I can hear someone saying, but Dr. Angela, I beat myself up way harder than I beat up everyone else because I'm non-confrontational and I don't want anyone saying anything to me that's going to hurt my feelings. So I don't say anything to anybody, but boy, can I guilt trip myself. Okay, I hear you. Don't guilt trip yourselves. Okay? Address what needs to be addressed, right? Look at it. Take a true assessment of it. Don't take away anything that needs to stay, but don't put on any extra that doesn't need to be there. And when you do that, when you can truly look at what's going on, it will give you a better outcome. Because if you're putting extras on it, right? And then you tweak your responses to the extra. And when the extras don't actually happen, your responses are still inappropriate. Be it that you are not addressing fully what's going on, or you put too much on it, and that's your protocol, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at it for what it is. See it for exactly what it is. Blue is blue, red is red, black is black, white is white, right? Don't look at it and go, well, I think this is teal. Maybe it's a little aquamarine. Maybe it's on the line of more like kind of an indigo. Don't do that to yourself. Don't play with it. See it for what it is and react accordingly so that you can have a true reaction. You can set up true protocols. Alrighty? It will really and truly help you with getting through this work week. Because I'm telling you, most of the time, especially when we're talking about dealing with folks at work, right? People gossip, people put their 2 cents worth in, people add extra, people take away. It's not always, people aren't always shooting straight from the hip. So please learn to really read people appropriately, to figure out what's really going on, and to have the appropriate response, because this is your workplace. All right? Alrighty. Our last quote for the day is, are you ready? Start yours. Start yours. Yours. That's right. Yours. Not start someone else's, not help build someone else's. Start yours. Yours. That's right. That book that you have been thinking about writing, do it. If you've been thinking about reading a book, do that too. That popped into my head. So, hey, if you've been thinking about reading that book, read that book. But start yours. If you've been thinking about writing a book, write it. Write it. Stop editing your stuff. Stop putting off what you have been called to do, what you have been destined to do. Do it. You want to start a bakery, a vegan bakery? Do it. I remember when there was a time where people were like, vegan, what is that? And you couldn't find a vegan anything anywhere around. Nonetheless, if you were vegetarian, it was hard enough to find something if you were vegetarian, but you're vegan? That was like, what? Oh, so you must be from LA. Oh, you must live in New York, right? You had to live in a major metropolitan area in order to go to a restaurant like that. Because you weren't getting that in many of the other locations because they just didn't have a large enough population that wanted that particular style of food, right? But now you can get those types of things. You can get gluten-free in the grocery store because your voice has been heard, because you have been stepping up to the plate and you have been hitting those home runs. When you hit enough home runs, people start to take notice of who you are and what you're doing. And that's what I want for you to do. I want you to start yours. Start yours. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot promote, assist, or help with, perhaps your friend may have one, doing something similar. Your friend may have written a book. Great. Talk about their book. Give their book as a gift. But start yours. And when your book comes out, gift your book to everyone and tell them that they too should gift your book to their friends. Right? We need to start learning how to do unto others as they would have them do unto us, right? We have to remember to do that. When Christmas comes up, you should buy products from the people that are your friends that have stores. Purchase whatever you can from them to help promote their business, to help make sure that they are successful for yet another 30 days, right? Give that to your friends and family members and let them know where you got it from. This was purchased from blah, blah, blah.com, .org, .net, whatever, right? So that when they like it and they want more, they too can become a customer. We have so much power in how we choose to operate. Start yours. Start yours. I think about the people who have the beautiful story of, I started mixing stuff in my bathtub. I started this in my mom's garage. I started this in a little rundown, what side of town are you on? Office. And now look at where they are. Yep, you're probably using one of those computers right now. Yep, you're probably using that moisturizer right now. Yep, you're probably reading the digital version of that magazine right now, right? We have to remember that every big business was once a small business, and every small business was once someone's dream or vision. It was the doodle on the napkin. It was the scribble in a journal. It all starts with you. So the best piece of advice that I can give you is start yours. Well, you guys, I hope that you have had an amazing time with me here on Hello Monday, because I know that I enjoy talking with you. Now, if there's a particular subject that you would like for me to cover, a particular theme that you would like for me to cover, please, by all means, visit my website, drangela.chester.com. That's drangela.chester.com. And click on that contact and say, hey, Dr. Angela, please do a Hello Monday on this particular theme. And if I like your theme, if I choose your theme, I am going to give you a shout out right here on the podcast. That's right. So if your name is Jane Doe and you are at this particular handle on Instagram or this particular handle on Twitter, I'll give you a shout out because I chose your topic. I mean, hey, every idea that is worth sharing, I want to give you credit for it. Why not? Who knows? it might help your business boom and go to the next level, because there's enough for all of us out here. So again, if there is a theme, a topic, a subject matter that you want me to talk about, and it is appropriate, then I may very well talk about it. Visit my website, drangela.chester.com. Click that contact tab and say, hey, Dr. Angela, I would love for you to talk about this on Hello Monday. Make sure that you give me your name and the one social media platform that you want me to give a shout out to. And if it is appropriate, then I will definitely do that. What does appropriate mean? I will not talk about adult subject matter, that XXX, double RR, whatever you want to call, however you want to be, that kind of stuff. Nope, not talking about that. Drugs and alcohol, not talking about that. Unless you're talking about addiction, right? But that's more appropriate for a different podcast that I have. Alrighty. So let's make sure that we keep it clean, and I will be happy to talk about it. Now, if you guys are not following me on social media, make sure that you are following me on social media. I have made it really, really uber simple for you to follow me on that platform. If you are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, I am at Dr. Angela Chester, Dr. Angela Chester. Yep, that's also my website, drangela.chester.com. Find me, like me, and you never know, I very well may like you back. Comment on the post when I post for Hello Monday. Comment down below, right? And say, Dr. Angela, I really love today's message. Or Dr. Angela, could you talk about this particular thing? And if I choose you again, I'll give you that shout out. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for Hello Monday. I want you to go out there and be awesome, because you can do it. Remember, Hello Monday means it's a new day. It's a new week. It's a new you. Hello Monday. You got this. Bye.